I remember at first, people would come here, even with the marketing. So they'd say, okay, what are you? Are you a boutique? Are you a cafe? Are you, what exactly are you? And I'd keep telling people, I'm a space. Even the marketing team kept saying, no, you can't just be a space. I said, me, I'm a space. So call me a space. I was like, but what is a space? But then slowly, as people started experiencing it, I think they're understanding, you know, like you say, it's different spaces, in one space.
It's starting to make sense because you're not boxed.
Exactly. And of course, with any new idea, people always think you're crazy, right? They're like, what the heck?
Welcome to Kara Space. This is a beautiful place in the quiet neighborhood of Bugolobi. Kara Space describes itself as just that, a space. A space that has evolved into 6 beautifully crafted businesses. There is a cafe, there is a fashion boutique, there is a garden, there is an Airbnb, and there is a craft space. Yeah. And behind all this is the beautiful Asianot, Pamela Okile, whom we fondly call by her last name. I think that's your last name, Asianot.
Yes.
Yeah, and she also happens to actually share a name with my daughter. Asianot is a shared name. So
you see,
we are
sisters, we are related. Everything. We are meant to be together.
Yeah.
And sisters in the struggle of entrepreneurship.
Right?
Truly.
Honestly, Asianot, I think we've tried to actually get you.
Yes.
For the last 2 years.
I know.
Yeah. We tried to get you, and it speaks to, first of all, the busy person that you are.
Yes.
So we're very, very happy and very humbled that you could actually give us time this time.
Yes.
To meet with you.
Yeah.
But I also know that you wear so many hats because you are a very busy person, and I can't actually even try to do justice to trying to describe who Asianot is.
Yes.
So I would want you to just tell us a bit about who Asianot is, and then you could tell us a bit more about this beautiful space that we are in today.
Yeah. No, wonderful. Really great to be able to connect with you. One of the reasons it's taken this long is also because I know how important this sort of discussion is. And I didn't want to just have it as something to tick on the to-do list. So it's 30 minutes. I really wanted to make sure that I have enough time, but also to be in the right headspace to be able to have this conversation with you. So who am I? Gosh, I'm a mother first. That is central to my identity. I'm a lawyer. I studied law. I am a development practitioner, so I do work in the area of social justice, development consulting as well, looking at various issues from human rights. Gender equality is something that I'm really passionate about. I've done work on digital rights, and I continue to do this work. I support organizations and institutions to get stronger because I studied organizational development, so that's also something that I do. I'm an entrepreneur. You've talked about the businesses. And I'm a creative. I'm someone who is passionate about art, passionate about having really good experiences. And I'm at a point in my life, my career, where everything has come together.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. So all the experiences, in the development consulting world, the work as a creative and as an entrepreneur have come together now at Kara Space. And it's been quite a journey, but at this point, it's really fulfilling. It feels, it's an exciting moment. I was talking to a friend and I was saying I'm sort of like in another phase in terms of my career, but also my life. And I'm really excited about this. So I'll tell you a little bit about Kara Space and its sort of evolution.
Yes.
So Kara Space started as Kara Designs. My first business was Kara Designs, which is a boutique that I started, my gosh, is it 15 or 16 years ago? Before Kitenge was Kitenge. I'm telling you, we'd wear Kitenge for funerals. Kitenge were for old women. Yes, and all the prints would get, it was, those big flowers, those. But there's something that drew me to the print. And so I had some assignments at the time, and I'd go to West Africa and I'd see these people wearing their kitenge all the time.
And
I
they look
really
so
liked it. They
vibrant.
look so vibrant. But for me, it's also that I like to express myself. I think who you are and how you express yourself through dress, through how you appear is really important. I brought in some fabric, then decided to find a tailor and someone to oversee. I still have them up to today, my original crew. And yes, the other reason I started, so there was accessibility of the fabric. The second thing was the tailoring services. You'd have to go downtown. I remember I had a tailor, what's it called? I had Zache, I had Palu, I had them. They were all this. You go upstairs, your fabric. They're looking for your fabric under caveras, dust,
And then
So
sometimes they even don't find it.
Exactly. So I thought, why don't I create something accessible, something where you really want to enjoy the experience of tailoring. And so the boutique was grown. And then the location became an issue. So when I came to Bugolobi, and you've seen it's a quiet area, and people would ask me, but how are you? Where do you get customers? How are you going to make money? At that time, I remember talking to someone who asked me, are you doing a business or is it a hobby? So I think at that time it was more of a passion. And we have grown consistently over the years through referrals, through quality work. I always say I have generations of customers, the mothers, the daughters, the grandchildren. And it's all been like a referral network. So that's where I started with Kara Designs. Then when my daughter, my last one, she was 6, so this is almost 6-7 years ago. I really wanted a place for her to play. And we don't have. Do we have any green parks in Kampala? We don't have. I remember there were 1 or 2, there was Prunes and another place. But they didn't have as much space. So I decided to clear the back area and I put sort of a swing and so on. And then I also wanted her to make new friends because most of her friends were at school. So I decided to create this space. And I would run art programs. I would do different activities on Saturdays.
That was the first memory that we had.
Exactly. The book club. Exactly. Yes. And I was here. Yes.
And then you used to advertise and
exactly.
Children
come
Saturdays
exactly.
to read.
Exactly. So now that was the birth of the play area. Then about 2 years, I think it's about 2. Gosh, time goes so fast. Maybe 3 years. Actually, it was after COVID, where we now have a cafe. There used to be a restaurant, sort of stroke bar, but it just wasn't my vibe. It wasn't the sort of thing that I wanted. Again, I love the outdoors. I love serene places. So I thought, how hard can it be? Let me just set up a nice, simple place for people to sit. So what I thought was a simple thing, so I set up the structure. Then slowly got the plants. And that's the other thing, because I tried to get people to work with me to do that, but no one seemed to. So I said, let me just figure this out myself. So, you try one plant, then you try another one, until eventually I set up the cafe. Now, my intention at the time was to just have a small place where the people who bring kids or the ones who come to the boutique, you can have a drink. My menu was literally 1 page. Black and white printed, no pictures, no nothing. It was soda, water, juice. I think I had pizzas, waffles. I had a domestic coffee machine that could make like cappuccinos. And I was happy, and some sandwiches. Then one time, there's a lady who came here, an influencer. She's called Sheila, Sheila. So she had gone to another cafe up the road, Sankara at the time. It closed. And she was passing by and saw a signpost. So she decided to come in. So she comes in, and my team at the time treated her so nicely. She had waffles. She enjoyed. So she goes and posts this thing. I had no idea who she was. Now, all of a sudden, people now start, where is this place? Where is this place? And they start coming in here. I had no capacity.
The power of social media.
Yes. No capacity. So I never even used to open on Sundays, So anyway, so now that then led to me having to now think about, okay, what team do I need in order to make this thing run efficiently? Yeah. So that's what I call sort of the next phase. So really making sure the cafe is set up, and then the current iteration of Kara Space as yes, it's initially I said a space for gathering, for connection, and I had art activities, but for children.
Yeah.
So I think it was November, December, we were working with another influencer who came in, and she really liked the art activities. So she posted. And then all of a sudden I have people coming in and saying, adults. It's not even the children.
Yeah.
And because a lot of my customers are repeat, I just said, but I can't give you canvases. Or surely there must be something else.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to now also have pots, have wooden plates, have jewelry boxes, have mirrors, and there are going to be more and more different art activities that we'll be doing. And it's from there that now the sort of creative hub has been born. And so Kara Space is now really a space for connection, but also connection through art.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned earlier, I'm also hosting so many really interesting creative activities. And a lot of it is young people, and it's so inspiring. There's a group called Free Your Mind Poetry that held an event here. We're having another poetry launch here tomorrow. We've had podcasts hosted here. We have some influencers come and shoot content. And I'm really excited about this next iteration of Kara Space. Yeah, so that's Kara Space today, and that's me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, what I look at is like there's been an evolution, but also what you said that it feels like everything is falling into place now.
Yes.
That there's always just. I mean, it's a beautiful space that you're in right now, where all things are just kind of like.
Yes.
Converging. And, and effortlessly.
Yeah.
Because relatively effortlessly.
Relatively, yes.
Like, because now your mind is also like very creative.
Yes.
Speak of creativity, like thinking about different things. Because now when when I look back from the time that we started off as like bringing the children here to read stories.
Yes. Yeah.
And then from that, and then also, I mean, I'm looking at it from. After that, then you started buying the share house products.
Yes. Oh,
You
yes.
started ordering
In
our
the
products,
boutique.
and then shortly about last year in 2025, we started partnering with you to supply the fashion boutique with product. And then I think it's also last year when you started actually the Airbnb.
Yes, it was mid last year. Yes. Yeah, and that was something. And people thought, what are you? Are you okay? I said, yeah, I think I'm okay. Let's just go with this. And now what I find is that, yes, I do get, guests coming in, and I know it's going to, the number of people who come in will increase.
Yeah.
But again, it's the gardens, it's the space, that people really like. Yeah.
So I wanted to just speak a bit, just take you back. I mean, you've talked about the evolution of Kara Space, but you as a Sianut, what are some of the key experiences that have shaped the woman that you are?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would say, one, my mom was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
She was an entrepreneur. And the vision of starting something small and then watching it grow. She started off by selling secondhand clothes at that time in Tororo, and she'd go to different sort of markets. And I remember sort of watching her put the things on the pickup and go, and then I would go with her sometimes.
Yeah.
So you go into this, and you know how the village markets are, community markets, everyone comes with their scrubbed slippers and it's connection time. So I'd be there sitting under the tree, putting escati, then you learn how to negotiate and you learn how to talk to people. And then there'd be, I remember, there's a guy who would, I think he was selling clothes as well. He's an old man, and he would just start, so the way he would attract his customers, he'd just start jumping and say, Chagua blousey, Chagua skati, anything here. I was just, that memory stays with me. I was like, okay, so this is real marketing. So I was quite young. I think I was in my my early teens. So I'd go with her sometimes.
Yeah.
So from that, she then graduated to a stall.
Yeah.
By the time I was at university, she had a stall in the market, still with secondhand clothes.
Yeah.
But now this time it was no longer sort of village stuff. She was now supplying like town and and I would always go to the market. So all the people who are selling clothes knew me, and they'd be like, "Hi, is she back? Hey, we've kept something for you." So you have all those.
You became part of the
part of the community. Whenever they are and water, hey, we're going to save something for you.
Yeah.
But then again, I had to learn how to sell,
Yeah.
but also to be comfortable. I was a law student, but I'd come in the holidays. I'm sitting in the market stall and selling clothes.
Yes.
I think I also learned how to engage with people at whatever level they were, and not to hold myself to to
She was installing values.
Yes,
to you
exactly.
without
me even realizing.
Yeah.
Then she graduated from that to a shop. So now she started bringing in fabric. She'd come to Kampala, buy fabric for Busuti. She'd sell buttons. She'd sell, clothes, and people would make orders. Then we had a farm. My parents had a farm at the time. She started selling milk, and really good quality milk, but she was so good at talking to people that people would line up for that milk. They would queue up for that milk. So in many ways, growing up with her, observing her, and when you'd meet her, she was so sort of calm, quiet, and but very, very witty, very, very cheeky, she was such an inspiration for me in that. For my social justice work, my dad is retired, but is a priest in the church. And so growing up at home, some of the memories I remember is him when sometimes women, and I don't even think he recalls, they'd come in for counseling. Sometimes you find people crying, they may not tell you, but then you'd hear a whisper, oh, this one had issues, oh, this one had. And then in his preaching, he was very, very keen. He still is on social justice. He'd call out rights abuses. He would always, for example, at funerals, at funerals, he'd say, please, you must look after the widows, no widow inheritance, don't take the widow's property. And so he would always stand up for that, and especially for women and vulnerable people. So I think I got inspired to do work around justice from that.
Would you say that would be your defining moment, like in your life career?
Yes. It really was. Because by the time I think I was in my A-levels, I was clear that I wanted to do law. And also,
because of your dad?
Yes.
Because of the things that
because of the things I had seen, that I'd seen in the communities, and I wanted to do human rights.
Why human rights?
Human rights because it's about really the dignity of people. For me, it was about justice. People need to be heard. Why should women be treated like second-hand citizens? It was just didn't sit right with me. So indeed, when I went to university, did law, and at that time, again, human rights was not the cool thing to do. So I did legal practice for like about a year, and then still my heart called me back to human rights and social justice work. Which is where my
when I read in your profile, you also had a farm, Akijo.
Yes, I still do.
You still do.
I still do. So the consulting firm, Akiju Consulting, really is where I do my consulting, development consulting, and a lot of my clients will be organizations that advance gender equality, that really focus on human rights and social justice work. So sometimes I do research. I do a lot of work supporting strategy. I also evaluate their programs. And I've also done some work with government policy, contributing to those discussions as well.
So when, if I basically, would I be right in saying that? Because I think that if you're still wearing the hat of basically a professional lawyer, advocate, and then you're a development, also development and leadership.
Yes.
But also you're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So there is nothing that it's not like you're basically you're basically one
it's all one. And actually the other thing, because sometimes I'm like, but how am I doing? That's why I'm saying they all come together. So let me tell you, the other thing about Kara Space that I hadn't mentioned is that now when I really put more time into building the space and really understanding you're an entrepreneur, the numbers, and really getting into saying, this is no longer a passion. I need this to run as a business and be profitable. I then realized that Kara Space is a space for my creative expression, but it's also a lab. Because the things that I read in social justice support women in business, you know, employ young people, build capacity, you know, value chains. NGOs now, because of the reduction in funding, people are thinking about social enterprises. You know, the whole talk about the creative sector. How do you make money with the creative sector? What systems, what tools? So what I'm finding is that the way I run my business, the way I think through strategy, I bring a lot of my development consulting work. I look at the numbers, I think about the policy framework, I bring the leadership when I'm training my team. And so I'm able to see what is theory and what is practice. You know, so if I go in a meeting and people are like, yeah, let's do social enterprises, I'm like, do you know what it means to actually set up? You must make a business profitable. It's not just go and rent houses. Where is the money coming from? How are you working with the figures and so on? So somehow they are.
So what would you say is the main problem that you're solving?
So the problem that I'm solving is creating opportunity, not just for creative expression, but opportunity for creatives, for artists to showcase their work. And hopefully what I'm hoping in future is to be able to, through sharing some of my experiences, and I'm also looking for opportunities to work with people in the sector to show how you can structure a creative enterprise so that you actually generate money. Because it's one thing to have the passion and the ideas and the dreams, but it's another thing to structure it in a way that is profitable. And sometimes it is difficult to align the two. It's like left brain and right brain. And really through Kara Space, I am learning quite a bit. And I think I've been able, I won't say I've cracked it 100%, but I have something to share that I think can help. So in a sense, it's almost, it's a hub, it's a platform, and I'm moving towards a support space for that.
That's such a beautiful thing, because I think most people sometimes like struggle. I can kind of like relate, because when I set it off as a development practitioner, and now I'm finding that because I'm doing business, that actually is helping me in my work as a communications practitioner. So because of the expertise that I've developed over time, that actually helps. Because sometimes I think like coming from being a lawyer, a development and a leader as well. And then now you're an entrepreneur as well. Wearing those hats, sometimes it becomes like the lines become very blurry, and you don't know who are you exactly. But I like that you're very, very clear. Like all these things, these hats actually are all, you're wearing all of them. And somehow you're able to navigate around them, or you're learning to navigate around them.
And you know, when you say that, it makes there's someone I was listening to, a guy, he's from where? He was being interviewed. I can't remember the book, but he was talking about entrepreneurs. And, you know, very often when people talk about entrepreneurs, by the way, there are 1 or 2 courses, things that I try to apply for. And I could see everything is young people. And I'm like, I don't fit in the age bracket. I told a friend, I said, but, you know, is it how young my business is or how young I am? And I was like, but surely this can't be. And so I was listening to this guy talking about enterprises, and he was actually saying that some of the most successful startups and enterprises are started by people from 45 on. So it's sold off older. And his argument, which I relate to, is that for a successful business or a successful venture, the idea, the passion, the energy is important. But you also need the network. You're selling to people, the connections and so on, but also the experience is really, really important for you to be able to stabilize and to. So I put all this as sort of, now I have the experience and I'm at the right.
And you have the
Plus, come on, young people now. Why do I need to wear hoodies and why? What do I? Oh, my business is young. I'm young at heart. forever young. Just let me get in there. But this is the thing. You go in, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually wanted to pick your brains on that, about the lessons that you have learned, because entrepreneurship is very challenging. And I think it's more challenging as like when you start your business, when you start business, you have the runway to make so many mistakes.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But now when you start business older, you don't, the mistakes impact so many people, not just you.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just just share with us some of the lessons that you learned, like in your entrepreneur journey.
Some of them, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh gosh. You just put your ego to the side. I think that's lesson number one.
You don't know it all.
You don't. And I think especially in hospitality, you really need to learn how to take feedback. And I think it's don't take yourself too seriously. The number of times I have been, especially when I just started, because sometimes the food would delay. So then someone comes, some young person just looks and says, but do you people even plan? Does your chef really have a plan? Do you really? And I'm like, man, you could be your mom. But yeah, you really, I think just, putting my ego to the side, being open to receiving feedback and just growing. So it is a process. It is a journey. No journey is perfect. And just learning that I'll make mistakes, but just make sure that the next day is better than the next day, the next day. And indeed, if you look at people who've been with us from the start, and that's why, and that's the thing with Kara Space. It's like a community, yeah? It's really a community. And so they come in, they'll give me feedback. The next day, the food will be better. The next day, there'll be a new item on the agenda. So they know when we speak, she listens and So that is critical. So just, ego to the side, get over yourself.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that has been really important is clarity. And I know as an entrepreneur, people ask you, your business plan, your targets, I remember at first, people would come here, even with the marketing. So they say, okay, what are you? Are you a boutique? Are you a cafe? Are you, what exactly are you? And I'd keep telling people, I'm a space. Even the marketing team kept saying, no, you can't just be a space. I said, me, I'm a space. So call me a space. I was like, but what is a space? But then slowly, as people started experiencing it, I think they're understanding, like you say, it's different spaces, in one space.
It's starting to make sense because you're not boxed.
Exactly. And of course, with any new idea, people always think you're crazy, right? They're like, what the heck? And how do you... Yes. So being very clear, and I was very clear from the very beginning. I've had people say, no, brand it as a cafe, do this. But I have really, really been insistent.
Yeah.
And also with the marketing, I've also been very clear that this is a business I'm building with intention. This is not everybody's space.
Yeah.
It is not.
Yeah.
There are going to be people who appreciate it. And there are those who don't. And my people will find me and I will find my people.
Yeah.
And it's holding true with the quality service, with clarity. Slowly, we are building it. So that's the other one. Being very clear about what you're doing has been very helpful. And then you stay the course. Maybe the other one, steady. That goes to that. It's human resource. I still have not cracked it.
Yeah.
Staffing, And I guess you go through it. Everywhere you go, people are like, but what's wrong? What's wrong? It's not even a generational thing. I've employed young people. I'm like, people, can't you just think? I don't know how many times I'm like, just think.
Yeah.
But what I'm realizing, and there's it's actually, I listened to a podcast. The book is coming out, I think, in April. It's called How the Mighty Fall. No, it's not How the Mighty Fall. It's a life, something make a life. And it's by Jim Collins. And in that book, he talks about, there's something, I think he calls them encodings, as opposed to say your strengths and your weaknesses. It's like certain people are built or have the personality to handle certain things. And some people just don't have it, Yeah. So I think I am learning now over time, just watching my team and beginning to appreciate and say, okay, you're a hard worker, you're diligent, you're good. but this is where you are.
Yeah.
I'm not going to promote you to manager,
Yeah.
because if I promote you to manager, you're
You'll
going to
not
manage,
handle it.
because it's just not your thing.
Yeah.
Do you see? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, that's sort of where I am now, but just the whole journey of working, because all my staff, most of them are pretty young people.
Yeah.
So working, mentoring, nurturing, training, firing, bringing others,
Yeah.
and now also bringing in older people as coaches to come and advise, and then trying to see strategic. So that whole area, I think you just need to be really open to observing and learning about managing talent
Yeah.
with the staff that we have,
Yeah.
because you cannot scale.
Yeah. You need people.
Yes, even with AI, I still need people.
need people.
I still need people.
Yeah.
You know,
We can't
so
run out
there's no going away from that.
Yeah.
And so the quicker you learn, and I think it's an ongoing process.
And keep unlearning.
Yes, learn and learn, and to
Yeah.
just know that's just going to be part
Yes.
of the journey.
Yeah.
And with some people, the other thing I always say is people come into our lives, some for a season, some for a reason, some for a lifetime. Very few for
Yes,
a lifetime.
for a
Most
lifetime.
people are for a reason and for a season. And you've got to know,
Yes.
and that sometimes, when it's time to part ways, that's what it is. Just try and part ways in a way that, is mutually respectful, if possible. But that's just it about staffing, and that you have that turnover. But how do you have the systems, the structures to make sure business? Yeah. So those I would say are some of the key.
So what would you what advice would you give someone who is starting this entrepreneur journey, especially the much older people, like above 35, 40? What would you what would be the key things that advice that you'd give them?
I mean, first of all, I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
I think whoever can,
do.
I mean, even if it's just to grow and there's something that there's so much that you learn and unlearn through the process. But I would say as you do it, there's now so much information available online, the podcasts and so on. Just really try to understand your sector and your business. And then, like I said earlier, clarity. Okay, so this is what's going. What exactly am I bringing? What is my value proposition?
So that you're not trying
Who
to
are my
copy
clients? Who are my, So I think if you have that, then it helps you know what will it take. So you plan. I mean, I am. Sometimes I just go into things and I'm like, but I'm
You
like,
figure it out.
I'm like, man, did I really have to? Now that I've gone through that, please, unless you must, But I would say go for it. But just think about.
Have
clarity,
vision,
do some planning.
Yes.
There are so many templates and tools to help you do a business plan and so on. I just say just do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But definitely go for it.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, you will never know until you try.
Until you try. And you'll surprise yourself. You
Yes.
just never know.
Yes.
You might surprise in a good way, but also in a bad way.
Yeah, you will learn either way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wanted to, what about, you talked about many things in terms of like building. When people start asking you, what are you doing? Is this a passion or this is a business?
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out, how do you then balance your impact, what your craft, your purpose, which is really your craft is your purpose, but also impact that you want to create, and then also the profitability of whatever you're doing.
Of what I'm doing. Yeah. No, that's such an interesting question. And in a sense, that's why I'm saying Kara Space is a lab, because that is exactly what I'm trying to do. And I think, I don't take it for granted that I'm really fortunate that I am passionate about everything that I do.
Yeah.
The consulting practice is something I enjoy. And I would say I'm at a stage in my career where I work with people that I want to work with. I don't take jobs just because. So even when I do an assignment, it's because I think the work is interesting or I like the people and so on. And here at Kara Space also, I'm really passionate. So it's work, but it doesn't, you don't really get tired. You're
Yeah,
almost
because you're
energized.
doing something that you
Yes,
love to
yes,
do.
yes. And through
Yeah.
my work, both the consulting
Yeah.
and Kara Space, I'm creating jobs, I'm
Yeah.
providing opportunities, I'm making a difference in people's lives,
creating impact.
inspiring people. So in all ways, I think, it's all coming together.
And the business is
And the business, yes,
Yeah.
the numbers are not looking too bad. We're not
Yeah.
we're not where we want to go,
for you.
but definitely, I can see the sun.
You can see
I can see.
you can see where the money is going and where it's coming from.
I can see, and I am truly confident that we're just going to get better. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah, and you
Mm,
will. And
yes.
you are. I mean, for us who have had a chance to come here a number
Yes,
of times, we
yes.
can definitely see that things are
see.
getting better. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to just speak about the share house. So the share house, of course, we also believe our vision is really to make people confident in their own skin.
Yes.
Because the skin being your largest organ, really. If you don't own, it's your first identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's anything on your face or anything, people always ask. Yeah, or maybe they may not, but you'll still be insecure. So if you can create effective cosmetics or products that actually contribute to that, then we are also making a contribution to people's lives.
Yeah.
But also we know that self-care is very, very is a big thing.
Yeah.
Because it goes beyond just the products that you're putting on your skin.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just find out, for someone who is as busy as you,
Yeah.
how would you define self-care, and what do you actually do to take care of yourself?
Of myself.
Yeah.
Now, that is an area I struggle. I struggle with. There's always so much sort of on my plate. And again, like I say, because I'm really passionate about the things that I do, you find that the passion drives you. Then before you know it, I'm so tired, I'm. So I am trying to be a lot more intentional. My kids really help me.
Yeah.
We have scheduled times to talk. One is at school, the other one is working. So we have scheduled times. So I actually diarize. I'm having a chat with you for an hour, or every evening I know between certain times we're going to talk. So that's really nice. It's one of the way I look after myself is spending time with people that I like and who give me joy. Yeah. Different. They're energy draining and they're energy giving people. So the energy they want to give me, that's one thing. The other thing that I do is I walk. I love walking. It's a time just to listen to music or with my own thoughts. I try to do between 30 minutes to 1 hour, at least every evening, sometimes in the mornings. Sometimes it gets busy, but I have been for a very long time. That is where I sort of renew myself. I say, catch me after my walk. Don't block my walk, because it's like it gives me a good start to the day. The other thing I'm getting better at is sleep. Prioritizing sleep. I am going to bed. Please, my good hours. Yeah. So those are the things. I'd like to do more. Like take a proper vacation and go and know that I don't have a report, or that has not yet happened in so many years. Yeah.
You're always traveling, but not on vacation.
Not on vacation. I'll always have, you have a client's report, you have something, but I'm learning to manage and say, okay, let me take 1 hour, for myself for the walk, or 2 hours. Maybe I'll not do the report in the evening. I'll do it in the morning. So just playing around with time. But I'm hoping that I'll get to a point where I just, have that time.
So a slow day for you is just walk. What would you describe a slow day for you?
Do
you have a slow day? You don't.
So. No. Slow day. I see. I'm being honest. So a slow day for me would be waking up around 6:30, 7 a.m. Taking a nice long walk. Taking my time to get ready. We'll be talking about your products later. Put my cassia oil. Just leave yourself feeling good. Then I come and sit in the space. I know that the team is handling, so maybe we're not very busy. And then I get to sit in any one of these beautiful places, read a newspaper, listen to podcasts, just do my own writing. Yeah. Enjoy a nice cup of coffee or fresh tea, because I have mint, I have lemongrass, I have all the herbs. So for me, that is it. Just be. And nobody calls me. No phone call.
Has that happened?
Sometimes, yeah. Rarely, but yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. It's good that you're aware.
Yes,
and then,
yes, yes.
And then you can find those moments.
Yeah. And I actually think that...
But also the thing is, what I also realize that
Yeah.
it's sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just good to, if the moments, it's good to be aware of them, that you need to cultivate it. But also at the same time, not to put so much pressure that, okay, now I did not have any moment to myself. Because you're finding small moments for yourself every day. And that's a reward to yourself.
And actually, that's how... because I used to struggle with this thing, by the way. Even with my kids when they were younger. I'm like, no, but then I accepted. You know what? I actually don't have that 2 months. Let me go Bahamas. What?
Yeah.
I don't have it. That is just a fact. Where am I going to get that time from?
Yeah.
You know? So what do I do with what I have? So with what I have, like I said, with my children, we can designate time for calls, regular check-ins, and then when I'm with them, I am with you.
Yeah.
And that is it, you know?
Yeah.
And for moments here, I can't have a whole day, but could it be a Sunday morning? So my Sundays tend to be a bit of a slow day.
Yeah.
Could it be the evenings? What are those small things that give me joy? You know, I try and have a massage at least once a week. I enjoy that, using your essential oils,
Nice.
feeling good. I love fashion. I love jewelry. Yeah, wake up and so am I going to wear my rings? That's going to make me feel happy.
Feel good.
You know, so it is those sort of small things, moments that I actually put in every day. Now that you say it, I actually am able to build them in every day. You know, I've got a favorite teacup. You know, there's a way I like my tea. I would like cinnamon sticks sometimes in the afternoon. I'll have matcha. This time so and I have a nice set up. I know where I'm going to sit.
Yeah.
So that's how I
like it.
I
that
make
you're
those
actually
moments.
You're creating moments.
Yes.
Daily.
It
may not be that you've gone on a holiday, but you can't live on holiday.
No.
Because that's that. But the daily moments are actually that you're somehow finding ways of rewarding yourself.
In fact, now that you say it, I've not even thought about it. It's almost like I am trying or learning to build a practice of self-care.
Yeah.
Because a practice is something that you do on a regular basis, you know?
Yes.
And so just being mindful and saying every day, find a space, there's a time I'd even put a timer on my phone just to breathe or just to walk. So it would go off and I'd be like, okay. That shows you how much I needed. How much I needed, and even to breathe, I needed to be reminded, because you can be there, you don't even to breathe properly. So my journey on that one is long, and it continues.
Yeah, and now you're walking. You even have time to walk in the evening, so that's good.
Yeah. And even if it's 15 minutes, even if it's just in the garden, but at least I make sure that I do it every day.
Yeah. What does luxury mean to you?
Luxury. Man, do you know, luxury for me is time.
Time.
Just time to do what I want to do. That for me is luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a space to just... At this stage, it's no longer about the nice handbag, the what. No.
Yeah.
For me, it's just...
time.
It's literally, it's time. Those slow days you're talking about, that for me is luxury.
That's
to be able
powerful.
to sit with a book that I want to read. I have books that have been on the shelf forever.
Yeah.
When am I going to read? Now, if someone asks me, what are you reading? What am I going to say? I'm reading the latest development report, UNESCO, UNICEF. But I want to read for pleasure,
Yeah.
So that for me is luxury. Time, just the time to do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming. It's coming slowly. It's coming.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm getting that.
It is. I'm sure I'll get there.
So now we want to talk about the experience, the share house.
Oh yeah.
experience.
Yes.
I want to when you first discovered the share house.
Yeah.
But When did you first discover us?
Oh my gosh, how many years ago?
I know
was
it's
that?
more than
You were
7 years ago.
you were at SNV at the
Yeah, I
time,
was at
isn't it?
SNV, yes.
Yes, and I'm trying to remember where I came across your. I think it was the cocoa.
The
first.
cocoa butter luxury.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where. And I think I bought it somewhere and then I called to find out where you were.
What made you try it?
So what made me try it is because I have used shea butter for the last 15 years or so, 15 plus years. But I also really like cocoa butter. And so before, what I would do is I would get shea butter. The first shea butter I bought was from South Sudan, some women's group there. Is that I would get the shea butter and then I would also use the cocoa butter. So now I'd get shea butter, cocoa butter.
Yeah.
And then soon I started doing my own mix,
Yeah.
And so when I found that yours had both, so it was just perfect.
Yeah,
so it
this
would
makes
save me.
sense.
It was also cheaper to get everything in one place,
Yeah.
but was also really good quality,
Yeah.
good on the skin.
Yeah.
And Ugandan products.
This cocoa
So
butter.
it was this cocoa butter, yes. And your tins have your packaging has
We've
gone
also
up
changed.
over the
We've
years.
also evolved.
It's really cool to see. Yes. This
Yeah.
was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first.
Then how did you make the switch to the cream?
To the cream?
Yeah.
So to the cream, because of course with the butter, it's sort of you put the oil, but the cream is the moisturizing. And I love the scent of the cream, but for me, when I use products like this, it's also how it makes me feel. It's part of my self-care,
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just rub it and it just feels so nice and smooth on the body. So I put in sort of the oil first just to lock in
Yeah.
that moisture, and then
Then you
this
put in the
is
cocoa
on
butter.
top to
Yeah.
just make me feel really good.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's luxury.
That's luxury. I like it. I like
That's luxury.
And it's a cocoa butter luxury.
Yes. Oh, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
now I've discovered your oil. Now, like those days after when I'm going to do massage or then you have just put on that oil and you're just feeling shiny. I'm like, yes, you rewarded yourself. Kabisa. And then the serum. I've not even talked about the serum.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. It is so good. It's
I
it's
can
what
see
I
that
use.
our products are becoming
it is what I
becoming a
use.
part of your
Oh my
your skin
gosh.
routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, when I traveled to Eswatini recently and I was at the airport doing something, a lady she kept looking at me, she said, "Hey, your skin is so nice."
It's so gorgeous, yeah.
I said, "Thank you." Then she said, "Hey, what do you use?" I said, "May I use shea butter?" She said, "Hey, people, they are so lucky you have all those natural products." I said,
Yeah.
"Yes, and it's Ugandan."
Yeah.
And she said, "For us here, most of our stuff is imported." So I took her number. I'm going back. So I'm about to call you to say, you know what? I need to take some stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, because you just never know.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know. Yeah, so whenever even when people come to the shop,
Yeah.
what do you use?
Yeah.
This is the product. Yeah.
You are such a good, your skin is gorgeous. You're a gorgeous woman as well, but even your skin is really, really gorgeous. Yes. And I think the thing is that I think we're moving now beyond just like anti-aging products, but you want really you want to see longevity in your in the way our skins look. Because of course as we're growing older, skins are becoming thinner.
Exactly.
But what I've also realized over time, just using natural products, using shea butter and the oils, I'm such a big believer on the oils. I find actually the skin is becoming, you can see that your skin is not thinning. You're retaining there's
the moisture, the elasticity.
To it,
There's a little bit of a glow, a bit of
no,
it is. And of course, skin is what is on top, but it's also what goes inside. So you've got to hydrate, you've got to sleep.
Yes, you've got to sleep, which is
yes. But the products and the fact that they are natural, I know I'm not sort of damaging my skin or anything. No, it's just this is literally all I use.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's all I use. Sometimes it's just water and the serum. Water and and I move.
So beyond just a skincare, how do these products specifically make you feel?
Oh, I told you it's luxury.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And like I said, because by the time you start layering,
yes.
and you can't You know, when we're young, you're going to school, Vaseline,
Yeah, and you go.
run out. No.
But now this is like
So
a
you take your
process.
time. It has to be a process.
Yeah.
You've got to rub it in,
Yes.
and just
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
So for me, it's it not only makes me feel good,
Yeah.
but when you feel good and you feel who you are,
Yes.
it also enhances your confidence.
Absolutely.
And for me, that is also really, really important. So yeah,
Yeah.
Shea Care, your products are an essential part of my routine. Essential.
So we are actually doing. So we are basically what are we starting to live up to what about our vision to make people feel confident in themselves?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think confidence starts with how you feel about yourself. Because if you
Yes.
feel good, then you will.
You'll be good.
You'll exude that. And
Yes.
your skin.
Yes.
And like I said, it's not just how you look, but it's also how you feel. Like
Yeah.
I said, for me, the process, you just feel the skin is soft. It's almost like you're relaxing.
Yeah.
It's just, So I look forward to the evenings after a long day, a nice shower, and you just,
and you're rewarding yourself.
yeah.
So what stands out to you most about the Shea House compared, like about our products?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm trying to direct you to a certain place, but yeah, I want to just.
will get there.
I still want. It's also a way of us getting feedback. What stands out to you about our products as compared to what you've used before?
To what I've used before.
Yeah.
So again, like I've said, I've been using this consistently.
Yeah.
So which means it works. The quality, your body butters are actually smooth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get the shea and it's got this sort of grainy parts and so on. So it's actually really, really smooth. It's very well absorbed in the skin. I like how you're able to balance the scents. It's not, so you've got the cocoa, but it's not too, so that it overpowers.
Overpowering.
Because you know how we are. You're putting that, then you're
Yes.
spraying perfume,
Then
so
you're
it doesn't,
flashing.
exactly, so it doesn't overpower, which is really, really good. Then the other thing that I really like is the fact that you have such a diverse range.
Yeah.
You see, so I will use the cocoa. Sometimes I use the sesame one. I think I even have the lavender. I have so many of your things. So sometimes in the evenings, I just want to feel good and sleep better. I will do the lavender. Then I put the oil. Then there's the serum. So I just like that. And of course, this is a natural product, and it's woman-owned business, my sister, so of course we must represent. And the packaging, like I said, I've seen you
grow.
It really is something that you just look at and you really feel good. Yeah. So that for me, it's not just one thing, but it's just a whole package. Yeah.
I mean, that for us is also like, it's an achievement for us as well.
Yeah.
And we don't take it for granted.
And I'm sure it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not been easy.
So that actually is also one of the ways that we can say that we are succeeding.
Yes.
That customers, first that we are having, like you talked about generational customers.
Yes.
We're also having customers, like you have the mother, you have the child, we want to treat the grandchild.
You'll get there.
But we'll get there.
Yes.
Yes. So that also already is successful.
Yes.
So for you now, how would you define success at this stage?
At this stage in my career, actually, I was listening to another podcast. It was the other day, and there are some women who've been in business for a while, and I could relate. I think success for me now at this stage in my career is paying it forward or passing it on. That for me is success. If I can, at Cara Space, create an opportunity for a young creative to get exposure and so on, if through my work I can provide structure and space that will enable somebody do better, if I can hire someone in my team and get them to, identify and explore and be the leader that they are and do better at what they do. So that's where I am now. Success is actually having a platform, being able to create opportunity, paying it forward, because many people helped me, mentored me, so it's paying it forward. And sharing what I know. That for me is where I am now in my career. Yeah.
I like the thing of paying it forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is actually something about that on one of your places that says about
kindness. Yes, the kindness garden. That is true. Yeah. Pay it forward. Yes. Where you can pick a rock. And they all have like nice positive sayings.
Yeah.
joy, peace, love, but I'd like you to paint one and leave one there for somebody else.
For somebody else.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
beautiful. What would you want to leave as a legacy?
Yeah. It's so interesting. You know, they say I had someone, I think it was actually Oprah. She was asked about talking about legacy, and she said legacy is about, you actually don't know your legacy until you're gone, but
Until
it's
you're
all the
gone.
lives that you have
That you've
touched.
impacted, yeah.
And so for me, I think it's where I am in my career right now. It is what has been, how many lives have I impacted? Either through inspiration, either through jobs, either through, have I been able to help people's lives improve? Have I been able to help organizations succeed, whether through their structure or attain their mission better? So for me, that is it. It's about just making things better, making things clearer at different levels. Yeah, that's for me.
So
is really
basically what I'm
legacy.
getting is that legacy is something that we're living out.
Yes, you build every day.
Building
Yes, and you never know until you're gone. Yes,
and someone else
yes.
is
So it's
taking
other
over.
people who
Other
will say this is legacy.
Yes.
But at this point, I can say this is my aspiration, but I can't say if it's my legacy because it's those who experience it that will say this is the legacy. Yeah,
That's a beautiful way. That's a beautiful way to think about it.
yeah.
If you were to speak to your younger self, what would you say to her?
To her, hey, that one. I think there are two things. I think one is everything's going to be all right.
I love that.
Everything is going to be all right.
Yeah.
Just do the right thing, give your best in every situation, everything is going to be all right. I think the second thing is that, and it's linked to the first, is that everything is for a reason. Every experience, everything you go through, at some point,
It adds up.
it all comes together.
Yeah.
So the tears you cried, the pain, the boss who fired you, I've ever been fired. Even I say, how could you fire me? Really? A good girl. Yeah. So all those things, the people who betrayed you, what, everything you go through,
It builds you up.
I have found that at this stage, it all comes together. Yeah. So everything comes together.
Yeah.
Isn't it? All things work together for
our
good.
good.
For our good.
Yes.
Yes. And for our good means it's going to be all right.
It's gonna be
so
all
that's what I'll tell myself. Whether I would have listened or not, I don't know. But now, that's what I would tell myself. Yeah.
Oh, what an incredible time together with you. This has been really, really awesome. I think it's been such a joy just talking to you.
It's fantastic.
I think it's one of the interviews that we've had that I would probably just go back and listen to over and over because it's been full of so much wisdom, so much joy, so much just learning from you. I'm really, really
learning
thankful.
from each other. Yeah. It's been wonderful. Like I said, I've seen your journey. It's incredible to see how far you've come and how consistent. You have been so consistent with your products, with your communications work, and I see the videos you put out. I follow you on LinkedIn, so it's really good to see you keep building. Of course, we hosted your board meeting here. The fact that you take it seriously, I'm like, this is a serious woman in business, So really excited to be here. The journey continues, and we'll see where it will take us.
Like you said, everything is going to be all right.
Oh everything
whatever
will.
it is, it's
Definitely.
So thank you so much. I hope that this has been good inspirational for you as well. Please subscribe to our channel to help us also grow, and we'll continue bringing relevant videos, interviews like what we've had with Asianot, which has been so impactful for me as well. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Anytime.